Last time on the Black Gate, we have to do a couple of things before taking on the last generator. First, we need the catalyte material from an island called Ambrosia. Second, we need to join the Fellowship. So I set sail on the Golden Ankh towards the lost Isle of Britannia. Fighting through a few pirates, we met a fairy named Kiss Me who wanted to kiss us, all of us. Whether you want to or not, it's in our best interest to say no, because the love dust the fairy is spewing, and her kisses blocks all use of magic, and magic is needed to explore the dungeon in Ambrosia due to many magically locked doors. I had to leave the island a little bit a ways and cast weather before reapproaching the island. Entering the Lost Caverns, we fought through a few creatures and came face to face with a three-headed Hydra, Shanda, Shandu, and Shando. They claimed they were guarding the catalyte from intruders, so naturally we had to kill it, or them rather, with my Blackrock sword. I grabbed the 6 catalyte pieces and had Zorn the Blacksmith and Minnock craft them into helmets for my party. Mission complete. There was also a cave I wanted to explore, past a hidden mountain wall south of Ambrosia. I couldn't figure it out then, but I may have found a way. But that's for future parts, but the part pretty much ended after getting the helmets. Greetings and good afternoon. Let's join the Fellowship. Ruben, my dear friend, how wonderful to see thee again, says Batlin. Where's the test? I'm just gonna skip all this stuff here. Apples, voice, test. Oh, art thou ready to join the Fellowship? Yes, to my companion's detriment, that you'll see later on, probably. They're not gonna be too happy for us joining. But first things first, I recommend that thou takest our examination to determine if thou art truly in need of the Fellowship's teachings. Does how I want to take the tests? Well, we have to, in order to join, so yes. These questions are all hypothetical. Do not let them confuse or upset thee. Question 1. Thou art feeling depressed right now. Is it more likely because A. Thou hast disappointed a friend, or B. A friend has disappointed thee? Well, we'll choose A. That seems very Avatar-like. I can tell from thine answer that thou art a person who takes the responsibilities to others very seriously, and perhaps tends to put too much pressure on oneself to please others. Batlin smiles and nods. No? That's not quite right. Question 2. Thou art at a feast hosted by a very high-ranking local official. Thou dost believe the food he has ordered to be served is little more than swill. Thou dost notice that the other guests certainly think so. When thine host asks if thou dost like the food, dost thou A. Tell the truth, or B. Lie to him? Well, be honest. Will kindly tell the truth. Thy response shows thou art a bluntly honest person who mayst occasionally say things that people may not like hearing, but thine intentions are noble ones. Batlin makes a sweeping gesture with his hand. Okay. Question 3. Thou hast taken the last room available at an inn. Upon entering it, thou dost find that it is filthy. It is the middle of the night. There is no one else to clean it, and there is nowhere else to stay. Dost thou, A. Clean up the room thyself, or at least somewhat, before reposing in it, or B. Dost thou just go to sleep, letting the room remain as thou hast found it? I guess it's like really filthy, so if it is, I'd rather just go ahead and clean myself and then go to sleep, if I have time. Thou hast revealed that thou art a person who instinctively believes they are responsible for anything that goes wrong. That it falls to thee to put the whole world right. Batlin sighs. I don't much like your responses, Mr. Batlin. Question 4. How many questions are there? Better not be like 20 or something like that. At a festive gathering, thou dost tell a humorous anecdote, and thou dost tell it very well, creating much amusement. Didst thou tell this comedic story because A. Thou didst enjoy the response that thou didst receive from thine audience, or B. Because thou didst want to please thy friends? Excuse me. Well, I wanted to please friends. Thine answer shows thou art a person who instinctively feels unworthy of having friends. Thou must continuously buy their attentions by amusing them. Batlin frowns, slightly. Question 5. If thou wert to become a person of leisure, one who had amassed a fantastic fortune of wealth? Would it most likely be because A, thou hadst discovered an infallible method of stealing the money of others, or B, thou hadst discovered an infallible method of illicitly duplicating the coin of the realm? I don't want to choose any of this. What kind of questions are these? And why do you keep gaslighting me? You make me feel bad. I guess I'll choose... stealing? These are both stealing. These are both bad. I guess I'll choose A. From question 5, we learned that thou art a person who instinctively believes that they are incapable of achieving success. Someone who feels that they can only profit through the exploitation of others. Batlin slowly shakes his head. Question 6. While traveling, thou dost find a man in terrible pain. His arm has been grievously injured. The healer tending to him tells thee that the man's arm will have to be removed, and that he will require thine assistance to do it. The man says he will recover from his injury, and asks thee not to let the healer amputate his arm. Dost thou A. heed the words of the healer, or B. respect the wishes of the injured man? Oh, if the man doesn't want to be, healed, then maybe we should listen to him. It's his right to refuse treatment, right? I'll choose that. By thine answer, thou art a person who deeply believes in the value of human life, and who has a strong sense of faith in the possibilities that life continuously gives us. Batlin gives thee a knowing look. The Fellowship likes that, the Fellowship doesn't like healers, so they probably liked what we said there. Question 7. Thou hast just killed a small dog by throwing a rock at it. Is it more likely thou hast done this because A. the dog was going to attack thee, or B. the dog was going to attack someone else? It was going to attack another. This question tells is that... Hold on. This question tells is that thou art an overly aggressive person. Thou dost need to stop trying to solve all thy problems through violence. Batlin strokes his chin thoughtfully. Question 8. Thou art in a boat with thy betrothed and thy mother. The boat capsizes. In the choppy waters thou canst only save thyself and one other person. Who dost thou save from drowning? A. Thy betrothed, or B. Thy mother. Well, I'm gonna choose B. While risking thy life to save the life of thy mother is admirable, I cannot help but wonder if thou mightest have a problem getting along with the opposite gender, as thou wouldst simply let thy betrothed drown. Batlin shrugs. Thou art a person of strong character, Avatar, but one who is troubled by deep personal problems that prevent thee from achieving thy true potential for greatness. In short, thou art precisely the type of person for which the Fellowship was created. Of course I am. Of course you would say that. You want me to join. You want me to feel insecure about the answers I give you because you want me to join your cult, the Fellowship. Because the Fellowship's the answer to everything. It's the answer to all my problems. Well, unbeknownst to you, Mr. Batlin, I am joining because you are evil, your Fellowship is evil, and I'm just joining because I want to go to the meditation retreat and destroy the Guardian's cube generator. I welcome thee to our fold. Know that the path of the Triad is not an easy one, but its rewards are bountiful. I will, of course, waive the usual sabbatical to study that is required before one achieves membership, thank goodness. I imagine all the times people were spouting the philosophy to the Avatar throughout the game is more than enough, anyways. Thou art, after all, the Avatar. However, as one of our tenets prescribes, worthiness precedes reward. Thou must embark on a task or two for the Fellowship before thou can be properly inducted and receive thy medallion. I need thee to deliver this sealed package unopened to Eleanor, the leader of our Fellowship branch in Minnock. Eleanor will reward thee upon receiving it. Thou dost have my word. May I trust thee to do it? Yes. Excellent. Here it is. Thou must now be on thy way. Okay, bye. We gotta go to Minnock, but first, let's see what this little box has in store for us. We're not supposed to open it. It's funny how they put it in there, even if it doesn't fit. So I guess I'll just leave it right there, open that, see what's inside. The stone pedestal should be 4 feet high, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. Atop each of the 3 pedestals shall be set the 3 receptacles, the tetrahedron, the sphere, and the cube. All these items for the defense mechanism of the portal have already been constructed by the Trinsic blacksmith. That's Christopher. Very specific measurements. It's currently noon, 12:34, so Eleanor should be in the fellowship hall. Yes, she is. Remember Eleanor? She's rather mean, so let's make our encounter with her very, very brief. Art thou speaking to me, my lord? Eleanor asks. See what I mean? How do I deliver the thingamajig? There we go. Maybe I should have skipped that, but oh well. I now recall a message Batlin sent to me. I have been expecting thee. Thou hast been sent to deliver our package. Thou mayest relinquish it now. Yeah, here you go. You produce the package and hold it before Eleanor. Her eyes shift from you to the package and back to you. Surely thou hast been instructed not to open the package. Hast thou opened it nonetheless? Yeah. Thou knowest well that thou wert instructed to deliver the package unopened. As a fellowship member, thou dost understand that we must be worthy of the rewards we seek. As thou hast violated Batlin's trust, any payment is forfeited. That's fine. He will be informed of this indiscretion, and he will not be pleased. She takes the box from your hands. She inspects the inside of the box. Ah, good. The contents, at least, are still intact. The guilty one was only a victim of his own curiosity, and not truly a thief. She looks you up and down. It is quite possible that thou wilt still learn to be a worthy member of her illustrious membership. We shall see. And that should be it. I'm not going to go back to Batlin just yet. I'm going to go somewhere else. There's one area here that I want to check out. I do not know if you remember, but this is the Minnock Cave north of Minnock. The Minnock Mines, the abandoned Minnock Mines. Headless, how about you? We do this really, really quickly. There is an unlocked, or rather locked, magically locked door in this mine that I want to open. If I did before, then I completely forgot. Dupre, you can carry all this for me. I think she only gives you like 100 gold pieces. It's not a big deal. And we are investigating the Fellowship. And nothing bad happens. In fact, those answers you gave to Batlin earlier, that we gave, they don't really affect anything. He always responds to you pretty haughtily and arrogantly, and looks down on you, basically, for whatever answer you give him. That's by design. How about you? Yeah, enemies respawn when you leave the screen, come back pretty much immediately. I feel like there should be a little bit of a time limit. Maybe 5 minutes later they come back when you leave the screen. But here's the door, and I have not opened it. Let's open it. Magic works now, which means magic won't fail on us anymore. What's this say? Danger, do not enter. Well, let's ignore that and just go in. Oh boy. There's a dead gargoyle here with nothing on him. Got a bag with serpent venom. I'm going to take that. In fact, we pray, hold this bag, because no one else can put the bag in their backpack. And there's nothing else in here, just a lot of you know, serpent venom. I'm also going to take something else if I can. I don't know if I can. I want to take that crate with us, because I'm going to go back to Castle of Fire. That won't fit. Let's just do this then. There we go. Let's just teleport back. The moon gates are down, so the only way to go back to Britain is to take the help spell from our spell book. I got some stuff to drop at our home here. Alright. Dupre, put that crate right here. A little bit extra space. This bag can go here. But be sure to take the serpent venom. And Yolo can take that. The apothecary was not at the apothecary last time we visited. That can give us some extra money later. Now, where did I put my money, by the way? Is it right here? Put it somewhere. Need a better way to label these crates. There it is. How much do I have? We have a fair amount of gold. Well, I'm gonna take all of it, I guess. We can do a crate of gold, a bag of gold. We got... I want to use those crates, that crate and bag we got for gold, basically. Because I may be getting a lot real soon. There we go. Anything else? I gotta put away this right here. Ah, the helmets, right. The helmets. They take up a lot of space, those things. They're heavy. I put them in here. Because they, really eats up inventory capacity. There we go. 2 there. Anything in here? Ah, yeah. Put that in there, Spark. Shamino. Duper. Doesn't. Here we go. And I think Kiana. Nope, she doesn't have it. Okay. Before I forget, I had to cross the swamp, so I had to put on swamp boots. So bear with me while I put this on. Because we got some dungeon exploration to do after we go back to Batlin. But before I go back to Batlin, I want to basically turn in all our money to Cynthia at the Mint. But I think we put everything... Double check. Spark is good. Shamino is also good. We probably need to get some more food later. That's good. Might go to the jeweler, Cynthia, and that's about it. 90 gold coins, that's not bad. You put it in my bag, right? Yes, you did. It sucks you have to go through all this just to be able to sell gems. 3 gems, alright, 90 gold again. So that's that. Let's see if the apothecary is in. I hope he is. He sort of just shows up when he feels like it. It's really weird. He's not in that building. He's in this building. There's a cat, look. Right there. There he is. How you doing? Venom. He looks up at you and nods. This is indeed Silver Snake Venom. I should pay the 50 gold coins per vial, alright? Yes. Or 50. I think it's not going to fit in this... Oops. This bag? Aw. Well, I guess I'll put it in the reagent bag for now. There's room in there. I currently have almost 4,000 gold pieces. Those are magical spells, 4 magical spells, and agents. Alright, let's go back to Batlin, who should just be around this corner. Well, north of the inn, how about that? He's not going to be too happy about us looking at the scroll, but I feel like he probably already knows why we're joining the Fellowship and is just playing along for some reason. He's probably really confident the Guardian's going to win anyways. And I see he's having a little eatsy. Carrots! Carrots are good for you. Well, maybe he's on a diet. Who knows? I have delivered your package. Yes. Didst thou open the package? Yes. Thou knew that thou wast instructed not to open it. We put trust in thee to carry out our instruction to the letter, and that trust was broken. I am afraid that thou must carry out a mission for us as a test of trust if thou art to begin truly walking with the Fellowship. Okay, what mission is that? Thou shalt visit the dungeon of Destard, which is in the mountains just west of Trinsic. Do not worry, it is completely deserted. Oh, good. There, thou shalt find a chest of Fellowship funds which was hidden for safekeeping just a few days ago. Thou wilt know the chest because it will contain not only gold, but 2 Fellowship medallions. The site is also most likely marked with a Fellowship staff. Bring these funds back to us without losing a single coin, and thou wilt have successfully completed thy mission. No need to bring back the chest, just the gold. Now, thou must be on thy way. Be on thy way? I got carrots to eat. I'm on a diet, Avatar. I gotta get a chiseled body back again, just like yours. Probably is what he's thinking to himself. But like he's gonna eat like a piece of cake right after, so... much good that will do him. But let's go to Destard, which is to the west of Trinsic. And more like, it's like right here. I believe these mountains, or... No, he said west, so it's probably these. Either way, I'm gonna go there right now. I see a cave mouth. Is this to start? Let's enter. Oh, what's that? That's a horse. Not just any horse, that is a unicorn. And this fountain here, I think, does nothing good. Or not, I don't know. I forget. You see a creature the size and shape of a horse. From its head protrudes a single straight horn. It looks at you with eyes that shine with an intelligence. Name. The creature speaks. My name is Lasher. I like how we're asking its name, like we assume it knows how to talk. Job. Lasher looks at you and blinks. Come now, Avatar. I do not live by the rules that govern the society of mankind. There is what I am, which is a unicorn. Then there is my purpose, which is another thing altogether. Unicorn. Lasher stares at you, stupefied. Tell me, dost thou know what a unicorn is? I guess? Lasher shakes his head sadly. No, thou merely thinks thou dost know what a unicorn is. I shall tell thee the truth. Unicorn is one of a family of nature spirits that were once called upon to aid a very powerful wizard many years ago. What's this wizard? I do not remember the wizard's name, for much time has passed since then, but suffice it to say that he was a royal bastard. Anyway, for one reason or another, the chieftain of our clan, who at that time was a horse's ass named Sharphoof, decided that rather than heed this wizard's rightful and properly performed ritual of calling, he was going to take the herd and chase after this bevy of really fine fillies. Sharphoof. Where was I? Oh yes, Sharphoof. The next morning, after we had had our way with these fillies, this wizard called us again. This time Sharphoof realized that we had best answer, and were we sorry that we did. The wizard was horribly angry, and well, I will just say that our agreements with such people are very binding. Binding. Not only were we bound in service to this wizard for 1,000 years, but he also placed a dreadful curse upon us. Curse? We nature spirits used to be renowned for our randiness, and this wizard had called upon us to assist him in the seduction of some maiden. When we stood him up, well, let us just say that he was one magician who was having a problem convincing his magic wand to work. Anyway, in a pathetic attempt to bolster his diminished feelings of manhood, he ruined us with an awesomely powerful curse of chastity. Chastity, eh? It was a terrible curse. First, it drove us to kill all the female members of our clan. Then, it afflicted us with a particular sensitivity for which we have become known. Service. As it fell out, we did not actually have to serve the wizard for 1,000 years. He reduced the time by a few weeks after placing that curse on us. Lasher snorts sarcastically. I was heartbroken. Okay, what is your purpose? Oh, do not be coy with me, Avatar. Thou dost know very well the purpose of a unicorn. We are foolproof virgin detectors. Virgin detector? That is correct. So sensitive are members of my race to all forms of sexual energy that we can only tolerate physical contact with one who has not yet had any experience in that form of procreation, or recreation, if thou dost prefer. Sensitive. Yes, I find it most unpleasant to actually come into physical contact with anyone who is not a virgin. Now, avoid doing so whenever possible. Avoid? Yes, well, I did not wish to get this personal with thee, but if thou dost not mind, art thou a virgin? Yes, I am a virgin. Yes, I could tell the answer to my question before thou didst even speak. Art thou a virgin by choice, or by circumstance? We'll choose choice. Well, I'm sure thou wilt find the right person one day. So I didn't go through that line of dialogue, but if you choose no, he points out that you actually are. The reason why is because every time you arrive to Britannia from another world, it's like your body arrived there for the very first time. So if you weren't a virgin in the previous world you came from, you are again. Kind of sort of doesn't really make sense for the male avatar, but for female avatars it would probably make sense. Anyways, let's move on. Unpleasant, actually. Actually, that part of being a virgin detector that I find the most intolerable is having to perform upon demand for some clever mage or bard or hero who wants a potential wife to try to touch me. Wife. It is a tragedy. The man always gets nervous, then places a condition on the marriage that his bride must be a virgin. They call me to put her to the test, and the man's bachelorhood is granted a reprieve. I have destroyed more engagements than the bubonic plague. Even the Britannia had the bubonic plague? That's interesting. Bachelorhood. Just like those fools who are wandering around down here looking for me for the same reason, I would wager. Well, they can lose that notion. I like women. I truly do. And frankly, I am sick and tired of being used as the instrument of their humiliation. Who are these fools, or rather, where are they? I am a magical creature. I can avoid them down here as long as I want. They will die of old age before they catch me. I refuse to assist them in weaseling out of some breach of promise. Thou canst tell them that if thou dost see them. Thou canst tell them if thou dost see them. Thou canst tell them if thou dost see them. Excuse me. My goodness, bye. Fare thee well, Avatar. Let's go this way. I don't think there's actually anything up here, but like the whole... I don't feel like moving those. I'm not going to go up there. Let's go around the mountains. I was going to say the whole point of Ultima is exploring for your first playthrough, I mean, but like I said in the last part, it's like, once you know where everything is, you just sort of make a beeline over there. Kind of like in the first Baldur's Gate game. You leave most of the map uncovered and all that. It's kind of a natural thing to do. It's a curse of replaying these games. You already know where everything is. Anyways, around here is where we need to go. We're right here. We've uncovered most of Britannia, though. There's some dungeons we haven't explored just yet. One of them is wrong. It's an optional dungeon, and I probably won't explore it. We'll see. Not this way. Maybe we'll find those three fools Lasher mentioned. But yeah. No enemies around here. What's this black? Is that like a texture failure or something like that? Or is that part of the game? Who knows? Maybe an Exalt thing? It seems like it is. Or maybe the game is always like that. I saw a rabbit. Not gonna kill it though. I don't want to skip ahead because we're right here.
Do not go in. It is a trap. Do you not see? It is a trap.
Okay, so the Guardian says that's the right way, Avatar, so we're gonna enter and go this way. Thank you very much, Guardian. He's really nice. Ah, there's the three fools. We got a ranger, we got a fighter, and we got a... He's got a gargoyle companion. What the heck? Even he has a gargoyle companion. That's disappointing. Well, let's talk to this guy. Excuse me. The wide-eyed expression of this youth seems indicative of his naivete. Name. I'm Cosmo, my lord, betrothed of Ophelia. You remember who Ophelia is, right? She was that barmaid back in Jalom. Ophelia. She's the most beautiful woman in all Britannia. I still find it hard to believe she has agreed to marry me, a lowly warrior. I'll travel to the ends of the world for her, if that be necessary, to keep her heart. Betrothed? Aye, my lord, we are to be wed as soon as I return to her silky arms. Oh, please, he rolls his eyes. What's your job? I am, searching for something, my lord. What are you searching for? Well, my lord, 'tis a bit of a personal matter. What he is searching for, my lord, is his virginity. Oh, thanks for letting me know. That is not true, he blushes. I'm looking for a way to prove my virginity. Personal? I would rather not discuss it, my lord, he stammers. Proof? He looks down at his feet. Lady Ophelia is concerned that I might not be pure. I have waited my entire life for someone like her. Can she not see that I held myself for marriage? Surely thou see the value in that, my lord. No woman will want me if I had not refrained from, well, that I understand. She's sitting here as a joke, man. She is not a good woman. Pure. I must prove to the lovely Ophelia that I am still a virgin. To do this, I need to demonstrate that a unicorn will allow me to touch it. My friends and I are here to find such a creature. For a recent legend purports that one lives in this dungeon. Well, the unicorn said no. Seeing the unicorn, he frowns for a moment, but that quickly melts away. Nevertheless, I shall endeavor to seek it out. Nothing shall keep me from my beloved Ophelia. Goodbye. Good day, my lord. If thou see the unicorn, tell it to wait for me. Save and talk to this gentleman here. The warrior carries himself with confidence. Name. Thou mayst call me Carbre, my lord. Job? I'm a sellsword, but at the moment I'm trying to help my friend regain his senses. Who's your friend? Cosmo, right? I was not about to let Cosmo venture down here by himself, so I offered to accompany him, as did Calibris. He points to the gargoyle. Senses? 'Tis a long story. Cosmo is looking for the unicorn that supposedly inhabits this cavern. He looks you in the eye and shrugs. He is a fool. I heard that, Carbre. Fool. Ophelia does not love him. She simply sent him on this quest to be rid of him. I doubt she expects him to find the unicorn, let alone return to her. Ophelia. He met her in Jalome. She was serving in the bunk and stool. Apparently it was love at first sight, as he calls it. Rid. The nature of her request is quite ironic, for I would expect that the unicorn would have shunned her quite some time ago. He is not to her taste, I would imagine. And were he to truly know her, she would not be to his. But alas, love is blind, as I say. Who's they? I don't know who they are, but that is what they say, is it not? Unicorn. Unicorn is traditionally a way to prove the purity of young maiden. However, less commonly known is that it will also reveal young man's lack of wild oats. Goodbye. Till next time, my lord. Lastly, the gargoyle. You see a rather reserved-looking gargoyle. Name. To be known as Calibris. What does that mean? To be not my true name, to have been given this name by Carbre, who could not pronounce my Gargish name. Carbre. Carbre, however you say it. To have been partners for many, many years, to have been bonded for even longer. He, means by bonded that we are very good friends, he turns to the gargoyle. I told thee to be careful how thou dost phrase things. Thou couldst start many false rumors if thou wert not more specific. The gargoyle nods sheepishly. Job. To work as a warrior for hire most of the time. To be between jobs now. To help friend Cosmo find unicorn. Cosmo. To have known him for many years, but not as long as Carberry. To be good friend. Unicorn. To be unsure, but to think it has something to do with a woman and to say how... sex? Woman. To be related to difference in genders, I know, but to see no such thing in gargoyles. To believe there is a certain human woman who sent him here. To have heard Cosmo say love, but Carberry claims there is no such thing. To comprehend not, but to help friends anyway. That is what I like about him, my lord. Loyal to the end, he says, patting the gargoyle on the shoulder. Sex. To know nothing about this word, to mean something similar to reproduce. Yes. To tell you gargoyles reproduce differently than humans seem to, but to explain too poorly to be useful. Bye. To say till next time, my lord, he says, we're not going to take anything here. They are, those belong to them. Let's explore the dungeon before we go back. We gotta find that fellowship chest. Well, he said the dungeon is deserted, but he's lying because that's a dragon. How about you? And a dead end. And also some gemstones. Definitely take those. It's 120 gold right there. Come on, guys, don't take too long. Also, yellow's hurt pretty good. Yana, do your thing. Also, can she do that again? With the ether? No. It's too bad. I can heal however long I want. Oh well. Let's find that chest. So Batlin's lied. Unsurprisingly, though, you probably played this game before, and you already know that. Or you watched Spoonie's review. But the chest is nearby. As well as 2 dragons. 3 of them! How about you? They can go invisible. But they are no match for us at this point of the story, because we have a lot of powerful stuff. I'm almost dead. Sheesh, look at my health. 60 health, and I almost got killed by that invisible dragon. Let's heal up a little bit. Got heal there. Does that heal us to max, though? Let's see. Answer is no. I don't think there's a greater heal. Restoration restores you to max, but that heals everyone. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of gemstones. So, back when I played this dungeon is actually a great place to grind for some money if you need to do any grinding. Not like you need to. I think you can just explore every dungeon in the game. You'll have enough money to get every spell in the game. And have any amount of reagents that you want. But when I was younger, I would always come to this dungeon once I was ready and just start slaughtering these dragons. I would fill up a bag or two of gemstones and exchange them to Sean at the jeweler in Britain if you want to be, you know, legit about earning money in this game. It's a bag with some reagents. Lovely. I need those. How much is that? 10? I'll take it. Black Pearl. I will take that. As well as the Sulphurous Ash. I'll take that. And Yana can have the healing potions because she's the healer in the group. Not like I haven't used them yet, but I will in the future. Here's the chest. There's the 2 fellowship medallions. No money. What the heck? You said come back with the money. Do I take the fellowship medallions? Well, I'll make a save here, just in case. Let's explore a little bit more. There's probably some more stuff around here. Yeah, Batlin sent us to our doom. Ah, gold bars. Hello, how you doing? Let's go over there. And take out this dragon. How about you? Sometimes they don't drop these gemstones, I don't think. And what a thing for these characters. They're so strong they can take out dragons willy-nilly. In D&D, well, I'm thinking Baldur's Gate, dragons are like really epic creatures, and they're very, very dangerous, and they're very epic fights. And this one, you just swat them away like butterflies, in a way. Oh no, you don't. Ah, that's empty. There's some gold. Lovely. I'll take all the gold that I can't take because I am full. Dupre can take it now, though. Put that in there. 20. Can that go on there? Yes, it can. That's 78. $12. Alright, here we go. All that there. Take the gemstones. At least we get a lot of treasure for our troubles, but in this part, we'll definitely join the Fellowship. I'm not sure we'll take out the cube, because it's been 45 minutes. Ah. Take that, YOLO. And let's get out of here. There's a lockpick. I'll take that. Why not? Does it go on our pile, though? I guess it does. Alright, so let's try to find those gold bars. I forget how to reach them. I guess we can just go down this way and move the caltrops. There's probably still a way to... You might still step on them, because they might be out of view. I think we have enough to just go back to Batlin now. We also have to go back to the unicorn. He's got a line regarding Cosmo that I don't want to spoil. I almost spoiled it. I'm trying to avoid, or rather explore most of this dungeon as I can. These dragons can be dangerous if you come here early, so you want to be prepared. I mean, I almost died earlier. Oops, didn't even press that. Must press C. We're gonna get a lot of money from this. That won't even fit. What the heck? They take up a lot of space, I guess. I think we have enough money to buy every spell in the game, I hope. I'll do that. Oh, I didn't mean to close that, excuse me. I got really messy with this inventory system. I close it like on habit a lot. All those gold bars, my goodness. Well, Batlin, you sent us here to probably get killed. But really, you just made us really, really rich. Let's put that in Dupre's bag. What am I doing? Oh, there were dragons in there? Oh, he's probably gonna be like, oh, I didn't know, sorry. I was told it was empty. That's probably what he's going to say. All in there. And, oh, I'm thinking, who am I gonna give those gold bars to? I have no idea who. Yeah, we probably won't hit the meditation retreat today in this part. That'll be Friday. And Yana can carry these. Or not. Or not. How about the gold bars? Can you carry that? No. Dupre, can you carry the gold bars in your backpack? No, you cannot. That won't fit. Shamino, can you carry gold bars? Ah, don't do that. Okay, that fits, and that fits, and does this fit? This, yes, nice. Oh, a spell book with not every default spell. Great heal, there is a great heal right there. So you don't want to take the spell book because it's kind of not really helpful. I'll take the gold though, happily. This dungeon is definitely worth exploring, as you can see. Got a lot of money here. You're going to be super rich, which will only help us out in the future. But there is a way to make money that involves a fellowship at the Buccaneer's Den. You'll see later on. Ah, you dragons, stop hurting me. What the heck? I don't have any. I want to run out of reagents, man. I'm running low on my reagents. My goodness. Shamino, don't say won't fit. If you say that, I'll make it fit. I will make it fit. Can Yana heal again? Let's just wait. Let's just wait. I don't want to use too much reagents. I might use just restoration just cause. Thing in here. A fire sword. That won't fit. Let's just put that in the food bag, I guess. Man, there's a lot of treasure in here. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. If you're in a hurry, you don't have to take these. Just go back to Batlin. Continue on with the story. I don't even think we're gonna be able to carry all this gold once we exchange it. There we go, though. Uh-oh. Dragon, how about you? Didn't mean to press that, sorry. You probably can't carry all that, Shamino. So I'll have Spark carry all this stuff. It's an old game, so there's like no take all button. How do I get over to where those gold bars are? I have no idea. Oh, that's a dead end. What the deuce? What the deuce? Oh. We're level 8 now. Well, we were level 8, but we got a lot of experience, I mean. Spark is level 8. But no one else. It's probably from killing that dragon with our Blackrock sword. Well, let's go back. Oh. Careful. Thank goodness for Arcadian, he can help us out. I don't know why that's playing, we won. Probably because there's a dragon nearby or something. There goes Spark. That won't fit. Wonderful. Well, that won't fit either in there. How about in here? Because this bag is empty. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Someone dies, that's gonna suck. Yellow died. No. What the heck, man? That's empty. Well, thankfully we have the resurrect spell. So just... let's also heal everyone else up. Now he's in the back. It's funny. I'm also gonna stop. This is slowing things down. So let's just bypass all these enemies, which did not work. Did not work at all. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Screw. I'm just gonna reload. So that's gonna waste time right there. It's cheating? Yeah, it's cheating. Who cares? Restoration. Let's get out of here. My god. I'm getting tired of these dragons. We fought like, what, 12 of them? Let's just get out of here, guys. Alright, back at the entrance, kind of. I sped it up a little bit because I was getting a little irritated exploring that part of the cave, trying to find new paths and stuff. But this is the new part, and I think this is the way to get those gold bars, which I want to get. I want to get those. Find it a little hard, too, to comment when there's nothing going on, like dialogue stuff-wise. So I try to keep it to the game and not so much real-life stuff. So Spark, carry all these gemstones. You can carry a lot because that bag is almost empty. Well, it was empty. Oh, he must have killed like 20 dragons and more caltrops too. Get out of the way. It's dangerous here, which is to be expected. I know Shamana got hurt there because that caltrop was out of view. But the further we go down, we'll find some gold bars, which is lovely. Put all that in there. Spark, can you carry all that? Yes, you can. Alright, let's go back to the entrance. Alright, so the unicorn, talk to him again. He has new lines regarding Cosmo. It's a bit of a side quest here. I greet thee once again, Avatar, says Lasher, the unicorn. Choose all this again. Sensitive. Void. S. S. Pleasant. Wife. Unicorn. No. I want to see what that said, I guess. Huh. There you go. How about male virginity test? That's new. They want the virginity test for a man who is getting married. Lasher lets out a long, surprised laugh. In all mine existence, I have never heard of such a thing. Getting married. Oh, she must be quite a ravishing maiden if he is willing to risk his life and limb to come down here and prove his virtue. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Ravishing maiden. This boy must be smitten something fierce by this maid. I suppose that I should go investigate this further. If he is as sincere about this as thou dost say, then perhaps I will help the poor lad. Goodbye. And that is it. Do you get any experience for that? I think I got a little bit, but we could have gotten that from the dragons. See how Dupre's the lowest out of all? Sword and shields aren't the best in this game. Now I'm wondering if we have any more dialogue regarding Cosmo. I don't think he does, but just in case, let's have a little talk-see with him. Be nice if he was close to his companion so I can see some extra dialogue. He'll come back down. That's close enough. Let's skip all this real quick. Pure, personal, held. No, nothing. Okay, I wasted my time. Let's go back to Britain and exchange all our money. All right, Cynthia. It's almost closing time too. I gotta hurry up. 820 gold coins, excuse me. Nice. Sean. We have more than one gem for sale. We got 108. 30 times 108 is quite a lot of gold. Now we have, let's not count that just yet. Pays you 50 gold coins. What? We have more than, we had one, right? Yeah, just one. Anyways, how much do we have now? We have 8,092 gold coins. I am sure that's more than enough for all those spells, but either way, let's go back to Batlin and tell him about what we encountered at Destard and see what he has to say for himself. You know he sent us there on purpose, but like I said, you probably already knew about that because either you played this game or you just saw Spoonie's review a long time ago, his retrospectives. Alright, Batlin. Chest. Ah yes, thou hast returned from Dungeon Destard. But wait, I do not see the Fellowship funds that thou was to bring back. What has happened? A highwayman, monsters, pirates, or ship sunk. There are monsters there. Monsters! There are monsters lurking in Dungeon Destard? Well then, I do apologize for thy inconvenience. That's all he has to say about that. It's like, man, this is like the hardest test to join anything compared to other people who do join. Okay, I'm ready to join. Well, thou didst certainly attempt to complete thy quest. The quest? I cannot understand why the chest in Destard was empty. We shall forget it, shall we? Shall we? Now thou hast worked a little for the Fellowship, and hast learned what we stand for. Dost thou still wish to join? Yes. And thou art most welcome to the Fellowship. Thou wilt officially be inducted during our nightly meeting this evening. Please come, and thou shalt receive thy medallion then. Once again, we thank thee, Avatar. We're not done yet. We gotta go to sleep. The meeting is at 9 o'clock, which means we need to go nighty-night. And our characters are hungry, so let's feed them. Belch, belch. Ah, very tasty, very tasty. Super duper delicious. No, 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 and no. Okay, that's fast. Shamino, do you have... We gotta get some more food later. My goodness. And we don't have max magical armor for our characters just yet. I think Shamino needs a couple. And that's it. Just a little bit. It's not a big deal. No, it's a little bit tricky with a full party of 8. You pretty much have to know where it all is just to get them all. You can get them all, though. I did before. Anyway, 4 o'clock, so sleep 5 hours. 5-hour nappy poo. Alright, let's go to the meeting now. Get our medallion, and then we can go off to the Guardian's Generator Meditation Retreat. This game is getting closer and closer to being finished. I am pretty much ready to go to play Serpentile. Can't wait to play that. I always get excited to play that game after finishing Black Gate, which is quite the long epic tale. Okay, let's save and talk to Batlin. The ceremony begins as Batlin stands before the gathered members of the Fellowship in Britain. He begins his sermon. My friends, I originally created the Fellowship to help ready Britannia and its people for the future, for the Guardian. Yeah. Never mind. Forget what I said. Today, one of the greatest symbols of its past has come here to join a Fellowship. This is a great day. For as our past and present intertwine, we shall send a message which shall be heard throughout Britannia. Soon, all of its peoples will strive together for unity. The gathering breaks into loud cheers. When they hear that the Avatar has become a member of the Fellowship, those who were at first distrustful of us will come to see the truth of what we stand for. Then we may bring about a day when all Britannia is worthy of the ample rewards it shall receive. Yola whispers to you, Art thou quite certain, Reuben, that thou dost wish to join with these people? My portrait's cut off. Yes, I'm certain. I'm not certain if thou art brave or simply foolish. You think our party members would know that we need to join to go to the generator? Are they not keeping up? I always found that funny. At least YOLO. Now is the time when our members give their testimonials of how they have been applying, the trial of inner strength in our lives. Who should be the first? The fellowship has taught me to live with the shortcomings of others, says Gay. I had lost all enthusiasm for life before I joined the fellowship, says Candace. Thank thee for sharing, Candace. The fellowship helps me to be more honest with people, says Patterson. Liar. The fellowship has taught me not to let others push me around, says Fig. The trial of inner strength has helped me to improve my skills and build better weapons, says Grayson. The fellowship has put me back on the path to prosperity, says Gordon. Yes, thank thee for sharing, brother. The fellowship has taught me not to be afraid of success, says Sean. The fellowship has given my life a whole new purpose. Just today I have recruited 2 more potential members, says Millie. That's a character in Suikoden 2, which I'm playing. The fellowship has taught me about the evils of the class structure, says Nana. You notice YOLO is whispering to Shamino. I do not think that Reuben doth realize the significance of the situation. My lord cannot be dissuaded. It's lowercase. Perhaps thou shouldst give it a try. Alright, I shall give it a try, he nudges you and whispers. Perhaps we should get out of here, my lord, before one of us does something they may later regret? Let us leave these premises, alright? No. Then I guess it is too late, for I already regret coming here. Excuse me. Now is the time to welcome the newest member of the fellowship to sit at our table. Batlin beckons you to join him at the podium. Man, this is long. He pours a glass of wine into a crystal goblet and takes a sip. The goblet is passed around the hall, each member respectively taking a sip. Finally, the goblet is handed to you. You look at it thoughtfully as you feel all eyes in the room upon you. You hear Shamino desperately whispering to Dupre as they stand behind you. Dupre, we are having no success in showing the Avatar the mistake he must surely be making. Thou art our last hope. You feel a tapping on your shoulder and you turn to see Dupre as he whispers in your ear. I know a much better place to get a drink than this one. Perhaps thou wouldst like to join thy comrades there. No, later. Then I hope this game amuses thee, for it makes thy comrades sorely worried. Guys, I'm joining because it's the only way to get on the meditation retreat. I have no choice here. I am infiltrating here. I'm spying. Now I also gotta drink out of this cup that everyone else sipped out of. That's gross. Now there remains but one more test of thy loyalty to the Fellowship. I presume thou hast read the Book of Fellowship by now. Yeah, I totally did. Actually, I think we did. Way long ago. I must ask you 2 questions. The answers may be found within the book. Batlin smiles modestly. I'm the author, didst thou know? Well, never mind, here we go. According to the Book of Archaic Knowledge, fewer than how many pearls in 10,000 are black. This is another copyright protection thingamajig for some reason this late in the game. But thankfully for me, I got the manual right next to me. So let me flip over to it real quick. The answer to this one is 1. According to the Traveler's Companion, how many parts of the body should one wish to protect with armor? It's 6, I believe. Yep, it's 6. Excellent, Avatar. Fighting a tremble of hesitation, you take a long, deep drink from the goblet. Batlin steps up to you. May the news spread far and wide that our newest member is none other than the Avatar. The other Fellowship members cheer with pleasure. Allow me to present thee with thy Fellowship medallion. Batlin gives you the medallion. Please, wear thy medallion at all times, for it shall be a symbol to all who see it that thou dost walk with the Fellowship. Ready it to thy neck immediately. Oh, and welcome to the Fellowship, Avatar. And we got our medallion somewhere. Where is it? There it is. I'll take this off, which won't fit. Won't fit. Well, okay, I'll just do this then, right there, which is kind of symbolic for something, me doing that. I'll wear that and put this here. And for the next part, the meditation retreat and finding the cube.